This is what Zack Snyder brings to DC, but ladies and gentlemen, this is what. Dude! Just like the Out of Clear Blue Sky, we're talking about Army of the Dead and stuff. Boom! Oh my god! Jeez, man! I wasn't ready for that. I was just looking through, I'll do my thing. And then I saw on the Truth channel, boom! He comes out and busts down John Stewart, Green Lantern, show everybody, and I was like, what? So Jason Keeler. Jason Keeler came out and said, you got an insane roster for next year, right? Man, dude. It better involve Justice League 2, right? It better involve Justice League 2. Justice League 2, I'm not saying Justice League 2 needs to come out next year, but I'm just saying, y'all better be on course to do Justice League 2. Freaking A, Zach. Freaking A. And how creative this dude is with Netflix. Like, I was even watching the Netflix 15 minutes of Army of the Dead, which is totally different. It's like different, okay? Man, it's like, boy, this guy is so creative, man. He's so creative. He comes with fresh new takes. And, oh, man, I gotta go. Gosh, darn it. Hashtag. Restore that Green Lantern scene. Warner Brothers. Warner Media, HBOMax, AT&T, Jason Keeler, John Stankley. I'm gonna call all y'all names, and clown ass Toby Emmerich, and Ann Sarnoff. Y'all just take the taste out of people's mouths, man. Y'all just take the taste out of people's mouths. This is the excitement we want, y'all. No disrespect to nobody, including Tommy Emmerich and Ann Sarnoff, but you got to understand what makes your IP, man. What makes your IP? By the way, I got some Chinese numbers from Iki, not IKEA. Iki. Okay, Iki, for those who don't know, is another streaming service, very fast-growing streaming service in China. And Iki got some numbers for very, very, again, decent numbers. Iki, obviously, that streaming service, the viewers tend to like more comedy and levity and stuff. But nonetheless, it still fared very well there. 8.1 is the rating. It's finished its run, so it's not about hot or cold anymore, but it's still very, it's on a high level of heat. Okay, let's put it that way. Their local programming seems as though they are, again, partial towards it because it's, again, a Chinese site. I have all the data and figures. I'll bring it up. I'll also show you all the data and figures of the success of the Snyder Cut in its run and how it dominated certain markets in streaming and just the new things that it did in streaming. And HBO Max is going to be expanding next year to all, globally. And I wish them the best of luck. HBO Max, obviously, we want... I think this kind of like is a no-brainer. The fans that boost an IP, they do want Ben Affleck back. The fans do stand behind Henry Cavill as Superman. The fans, DC fans, not just Snyder Cut fans, do love Wonder Woman, do love Aquaman. Okay, they're in on that. I think a wide extension of the population who saw the Snyder Cut all agree that Ray Fisher as Cyborg is a great cyborg, and probably they want to see more of him. So, I mean, it's kind of like a given, but we want to go through all the data and everything of why the Snyderverse is not over in any way, shape, or form, and Zack Snyder will return to do Justice League 2 and Justice League 3. And the reason he just Zach is really good at riling up an audience and getting people to go lose their fucking mind. Since Batman v Superman, I remember I wasn't so amped about Superman until I saw one trailer that just changed everything for me. It's the first time I ever saw Superman really like punch somebody was in that trailer. It was the trailer with it started off so very sober and calm and small village like and small town like, but by the time that trailer came to the end, it was ramped up. It was like, you think your son is safe? I will find him. That's the trailer with that. And anyway, but yeah, and then it comes to the end where Superman's punching fucking Zod, bam, bam, and I was like, God damn! I've never seen that. I had never seen that in any live action ever. And the fact that Superman was flying and punching someone, I remember seeing that, and I was like, okay, it's over. The first thing that really actually brought my attention to that movie was when Superman, he said to very earnestly to Lewis at the time. I thought he was trying to be smug, but he wasn't. It's not an S on my planet. It means hope. And I was like, what? I'll never forget that. That freaking line is what got me to watch the DCEU. That line alone. I was like, what? That was it. And then freaking Superman punching Zod through the air. I was like, what? I am definitely watching this movie, because most Superman movies, Superman is not perceived as a guy that engages in battle. Even when he did engage in battle, he looked rather weak doing it. We knew Superman for stopping planes and protecting this, and so I was kind of already kind of like, oh yeah, I'm kind of digging this Superman. When he went straight up into the sky, boom. That was one of the trailers, and he's just going up and up and up and up and up and up, and then he just blasts the sound barrier, going up in the sky. I was like, God damn, he's powerful, right? That Superman that Zach did was the Superman. Made me think that's Superman. That's the Superman I know from the Tim series. Like Justice League United and even when he featured in some of the other animated stuff. That's the Superman I knew, right? So I was like, whoa, yes. And the Superman from the comics, even, he's always thought of as strong and powerful, right? From the very beginning, even when he couldn't fly. And just the whole evolution of, because obviously, I don't know why I'm talking about this right now. I'm just so excited and amped when I saw the Green Lantern piece that just blew up. I know the whole fucking internet's going nuts right now. And look, I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I was like, whoa, I could not forget watching Man of Steel. I watched Man of Steel, I think it was 6 times. I watched it in IMAX. I think it was once or twice. I can't remember. I think it was once in IMAX. It was great. And I remember it was so sad, and I wanted to cry at certain points, and it was just a journey. It was really a journey. It was like a hero journey. And I said to myself, whoever this guy is, I need to find out more about him, the director. And if they gonna have another movie, I'm gonna be there. So when Batman v Superman happened, it wasn't if or what or when. I knew I was going into the cinema, and I didn't know what I was going to go to see. And I was just, when I left the cinema, I left with a huge smile. I was like, yeah, that's cinema. Because it makes you think, and it was a movie you had to think a lot about what was happening in it, and there was some what the F moments as well in it. Oh man, look, man, quite a journey with Zack Snyder, and I can't wait for Justice League 2. I know it's going to be a hell of a thing. I know we know a lot about Justice League 2. He's given some storyboards, giving us an idea of what it would be. But even then, it doesn't really matter. It's like, well, let me see it. Like, we knew there was a Green Lantern in this movie. We saw the behind-the-scenes shooting of the Green Lantern. And now Zach just comes clear out in the clear blue sky and just goes, bam! And I'm like, ah! Like, ah! Everybody's fanboying out. I even heard one of the guys, the reporters, go, oh. Oh my gosh, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what makes this is what the IP must be, guys. Hey, I think Jason Keeler, I know somebody's behind this. This is not just Zach arbitrarily sharing information. There's something behind this. There's a method to this madness. But dude, it could be a method to the madness. It could be what I am geeking the hell out right now. I am geeking the hell out. Hey guys, if you wanted me to do a stream with you guys to hop on and say your piece and then leave, we could do that. But let me just say, oh shit. Sorry for the curse word. But these are times when people just this is like a it's an OMG moment, it's a oh shit moment, it's a whatever. This is crazy, man. Y'all, this is crazy. Zach's a crazy dude, man. He gets us going. He gets your adrenaline pumping. I'm still losing my mind right now. Ah, shit. Man. See, this is what the freaking DCEU needs. This is what it needs. Somebody who could just, because it's not just seeing the movie, it's the whole fucking journey towards seeing a movie. Like, the fact that Justice League 2 is 2-3 years away. Listen, guys. It's like Marvel fans. Marvel fans were amped for every fucking Marvel movie. It didn't matter if the movie was shit. It didn't matter if it was good, because they knew there was something at the end game, or there was at the end, Infinity War. You know what I'm saying? The Clash. This is what it feels like to be a Marvel fan, but you're a DC fan. This is it right here. This is it. This is what we as fans want. We want something to be able to shoot towards. Right now, what Warner Brothers doesn't understand is we're not shooting towards anything. We're not shooting towards anything. You just took away the goalpost. You need a drive. We would watch all the shit you have to give. We would watch Super Pets. We would watch whatever you want if we knew that the end point was Justice League 2 and 3. The end of Zack Snyder's saga. Justice League 2 and 3. We would shoot for whatever the hell you want, because guess what? Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Because we would know that this waits for us. That's what hypes people up. You got to get freaking hyped the hell up. And this brings hype like no other. I'm going to say this again to Warner Brothers. Put out a video there. I know you guys saw it already, but I'm going to say it again to you. Put out the Snyder Cut in theaters in China. Put it out for a month. See how well it does. Put it out there. And restore the Snyderverse. Yeah, we know, Zach, we're not going to see any of his films for about 2 to 3 years. It's okay. We just want to know we're shooting towards that. Now, don't lie to us now. Lying ass Toby Emmerich. Y'all need to fire his ass. But y'all need... I've been talking too much, though. I was way too excited. This was supposed to be a short film, about 3 minutes long, and look how long I'm going. I'm just saying, man. This is what I'm talking about, people. Oh man, this is it just tripped me out, flipped me out so much. Woo! Yeah, I'll be back to talk more about other things, but this is what makes it. See, the fun part of the thing is it's all the little journeys, all the little steps towards watching the movie. The Snyder Cut fulfilled everything that we wanted. I still want to get my version, my copy of the Snyder Cut. I haven't gotten my copy yet. Warner Brothers, I know you guys gonna put it out in June or whatever. Look, man, I get my copy of that shit. I need to have a copy of it. Plus, I'm gonna watch it on HBO Max. That's to tell you how much. I want this freaking movie. I really do. I want the movie. You know what I'm saying? I want the movie. Any any version, any copy of the movie. That's how much the demand for this fucking movie is crazy, man. You saw the numbers in the UK. Yo, UK numbers is crazy. Chinese numbers is crazy. I don't have the exact figures for the Chinese numbers, but the numbers are crazy. This movie's doing what it does. It doing what it do. I would love to see some sort of box office for this movie. You know, with Army of the Dead, let's see how the box office does there too. You know, I'm not going to tell people to go out there and support this Army of the Dead. Word of mouth going to do the job. I don't even need this. I don't need to say shit about Army of the Dead. Army of the Dead will sell itself easy. I'm definitely getting my ass to see that Army of the Dead though on Netflix. I'm gonna have to subscribe to Netflix to see that shit. I'm not gonna be probably a permanent Netflix customer, but for 1 month with the Army of the Dead there or whatever, I'm gonna figure it out. Because I can't do Netflix and any HBO Max together. We'll see how it works. But yeah, man, Army of the Dead, bro. Yeah, definitely gonna go on Netflix and pick that up. Yo, Leroy Kong in the building. Shout out to Leroy Kong. Leroy Kong says, hold up, this. Yeah, I gotta go to your YouTube too, bro. Hello, great live. Yeah, bro. Hey, I gotta see what you got up in store. I see you with the bodybuilding woman and also on Twitter and on YouTube. That's cool. But hey, my thing though, right now, as you can see, I've got my Army of the Dead on Twitter. I got my Army of the Dead logo and everything going on. You know, I still put up stuff in Facebook on the Facebook groups with Justice League, but right now I got my Army of the Dead hat on. But man, I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna play. I like this dude. This dude is crazy. Zach's a nuts man. He a nuts dude. He nutty. He loves to shoot. He loves to do cinematography. He loves to, work on it. But look, man, can't wait for Army of the Dead. Those of you who don't know what Army of the Dead is, this is a zombie movie. They're basically telling you what the origins of the zombie is. These zombies are in the beginning of the movie, which is really interesting. Dawn of the Dead was just about people surviving, these zombies and stuff. And for those of you who haven't seen Dawn of the Dead, you can go ahead and check it out on, I think Dawn of the Dead is either Universal. I think it's a Universal film, but I think somebody probably bought off the rights. But you can always look it up online, find out where Dawn of the Dead can be found, you stream it, whatever. But Army of the Dead is, I don't know if it's the follow-up, but it definitely is giving us sort of like, a certain degree of history behind these zombies. And, at least the zombies in Vegas. So I'm looking forward to it. And he gave some backstory behind the characters that we will see in that first 15 minutes. What did I think of it? I thought it was very eclectic in the sense that, he went through several different genres, or he's using several different genres in his genre. This is supposed to be a horror movie. It's supposed to be a horror movie. And it has comical elements in it. Not all the comedy will land for everyone. It's kind of bland sometimes. Sometimes it's, it has horror element. Obviously, it has horror elements. And it begs so many questions. It has a certain sort of. It has a crossover between like Ridley Scott's stuff and a crossover between like Ridley Scott's stuff and I think I said more than enough right there. And I don't know where Zach's gonna go with that, but it's really interesting. And then of course we all got we got tons of Easter eggs when it comes to Justice League. If you guys have watched the first 15 minutes, you always see some Easter eggs, some Justice League Easter eggs in there as well. I didn't talk about it, but yeah, there's some Justice League Easter eggs in there as well. It's just really cool. It's really cool. And yeah, I mean, I'm interested in seeing what this thing is all about and what, there's a lot of history. And I can see now why there's a prequel to this movie, an animated prequel. And then there's a there's a another movie also going on that's going to come. I think it's like the sequel to it, I think. So there's a sequel lined up as well. So I could tell Netflix has a lot of confidence in what Zach is doing. And I think also they give a lot more creative freedom to the director to do what he's doing. I can't wait for that shit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not interested. I'm usually not interested in zombie movies, but the beginning of it is interesting. And then it is there's several different feels to it. But one of them is sort of like it's very organic to some degree. It's an organic feel to it. And then I can see elements from Man of Steel in it, and I can see elements of, where he kind of uses special effects and even the technology from Man of Steel. And so this is all of this stuff that I'm thinking about in my head. I'm like, yeah, I would love Zach to use the modern technology that's available in terms of the lighting and stuff. I know he didn't have to because it was mostly organic. It wasn't a lot of the CGs was kind of limited in that movie, but then he had to use it a lot when he had to reshoot an actor into the scenes. But I can't wait really to see, how much more could be done. Zach's like this visionary guy that does a lot of really crazy stuff. By the way, talking about that, you guys should check out. I never really expanded my horizons like this when it comes to movie watching. I went into these Chinese websites, right? Looking for the ratings of Zack Snyder's Snyder. I saw so much interesting stuff from China, stuff from France that's really, making their mark in the Chinese market. And I just wanted to talk about that. There's Dynasty Warrior, which is not that great, but it's kind of like they're saying it's not a hit in the Western world, but it's doing pretty good in China. I can tell you that it's doing pretty good in China because it's at least it's around in the streaming circles. And the streaming circles is doing pretty well in China. And then there is the comedy thriller, which is Detective Chinatown 3. You guys heard me talk about it. There's buzz on that. Of course, there's another one called Hi Mom, which is a really interesting sort of a girl goes back into time to know more about her mother. Apparently her mother died or whatever, and she's going back in time to see it. And so that's a very interesting concept. And that thing has just really blown off box office records. It's like $880 something million that movie has made. And the production budget's like nowhere near that. So that's been, and the Chinese just be gulping up their own material. And there's a lot of, great manga, based Chinese stuff coming out. You know what I'm saying? This is like the greatest age. It's like the golden age of comic books and manga and stuff, and computer game stuff. Dynasty Warrior obviously is a computer game from back in the 90s. For those of you who don't know, they made a movie out of that. There's one, what is it called? I forgot what it's called. But it's a French movie based on Chinese manga, and that's really doing well right now. But the changing of the guard is changing quite rapidly. The only things that staying constant, like Chinatown, Detective Chinatown 3, Zack Snyder's Justice League on some platforms is staying pretty constant. It's like a number 2 or number 3 or number 1. So it's really crazy how that's happening in China on the different platforms. And I'll get some more platform information for you guys before I'm done with China. But, I got, so much that I'm seeing now, and I'm really so keyed up seeing all of this stuff out there. It's harder though to get to the Chinese platforms. I'm not going to lie to you. Sometimes you feel like you're either they're hacking you or you're hacking them or something. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird, because some of the platforms are not even, they're apps. They're not nothing else but apps. And if you go into the app, I guess it might be all in Chinese, and you may not be able to translate the app. So I don't know. But it's really cool finding and stumbling my way around inside of there and just getting to know the culture of China. They love a lot of episodic stuff. They like a lot of TV actually, more than movies, which is weird. And then the TV, since they don't pay a lot for TV, they don't pay a lot for movies either. It's really weird. It's a different culture altogether. But hey, I have spent 25 minutes and 20 something seconds on it. Listen, y'all keep the pressure on. Restore the Snyderverse. Just keep on doing that. That hashtag. We have certain dates when certain things should happen. I just hope that they put into those dates. Restore the Snyder. No, release the Snyder Cut in China cinemas. You guys need to push that. I see some of you guys starting to talk about releasing it into cinemas, and that's great. But right now, think about this. The Chinese cinemas are open, and they've been open since 2020, somewhere in 2020. So that's booming, and obviously the Chinese people love their own material. I think that China is the best place to first launch the Snyder Cut. I'm gonna tell you why. Even though the Chinese have seen it, there's nothing quite like watching something on a big screen. And I just feel that that big screen presence will boost the rating of this movie, as well as it'll boost the viewings of the movie, because there's still a lot of Chinese that haven't seen it. Now, on these platforms, you can see them top out and peak out somewhere around, you get numbers like 300 million views, right? 320 million views. Right now, the Snyder Cut on Migu is like somewhere around 370, 380 million views. Of course, all those views are not necessarily from individuals. And in addition, they're not all paid views, okay? But they could be, I'm not quite sure how they do their views, actually. I don't think, it has nothing to do with trailers. I can tell you that right now. The trailers are not included in the views. When there are views that include trailers, they'll put trailer, so you know. And yes, there's a preview before you go in, like they give you like the first 15 minutes of the movie actually in China, which is why Zach does the first 15 minutes of the movie, because China, that's what they do. You can get the first 15 minutes of the movie if you're not in a regional restricted area. So if you're within China or within Asia, you probably get to see it. And what's really cool about that is you can limit the numbers to Chinese. You know, these are Chinese people actually looking at this stuff. And the other thing about it that's really interesting is that if I was to talk about the numbers, when you look at the different platforms, you know how many people and how much traffic goes on the platforms. And you look at the platform traffic and stuff, and even the numbers there, and even the amount of subscribers or people on those platforms, and they're extraordinary. There's these tremendous amounts of traffic, and it's getting bigger and bigger. Like their platforms are still kind of one format, kind of basic stuff, and you kind of learn to move your way around them. They're either streaming platforms or there's some gaming platforms as well. But their platforms are mostly all like almost the same, right? The thing about these platforms, though, that make them why they're growing and blossoming so well is because China's population, the older population is kind of coming off, and the younger population is coming in. So this is these platforms, most of them at least, are tending towards younger populations. So you got old platforms like Youku that kind of download, they move really slow, but fast platforms like Tencent and Migu that just came out of the scene maybe about 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. And then you have other platforms like Iki, which is just picking up and really starting to thrive, and that's again a fast platform. So you got different types of platforms. And of course, me trying to tap into China, remember China has their restrictions on all kinds of things. So they may have seen me go in there like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, and they'd be like, "What's his story?" And so suddenly I can't download the stuff and all that stuff. So it's really interesting. I'm watching all this stuff is interesting. But at the end of the day, China really is the place to be, and mainly because of Zhang, not Zhang Kai, it was something Zhang, right? The actor who's playing whatever, Ryan Choi, yeah, there you go, Ryan Choi, the Atom. This dude, and Zach has actually, he should have at least a cut of Justice League that is formatted for that, so that what they've seen, for example, on on the streaming, hopefully Zach would have a cut for the theater. I hope, Zach, I hope you have your stuff in order. You should have that cut for the theaters and just put it out there into China. I really believe China is the place he should debut that movie. Definitely, like 100%. Put it out into their cinemas. You do a really, really quick, not even a tour. You don't need a fucking tour. They've already seen the fucking movie. You just have like 1 or 2 people go down there, promote it a bit into the theaters. You get as many Chinese theaters as possible to view it, and you just go for a month. And if the month goes very well, you can re-release it at a later time in China again. But you just go for a month. You just say, okay, we want this in these theaters for a month. And yes, it's a 4-hour long movie. So what? Who gives a damn? Put it out there. Okay? The Chinese don't have a problem with long movies like we do. Okay? So put the fucking movie out. Sorry about the F-bomb. Put the movie out there. That's all I'm saying. And I think I've spent too much time. I can't believe I went half an hour on this shit. Oh, man. Anyways, people. This is Christ I Am Disciple, and I am a Christian, but somehow I just keep on dropping F-bombs sometimes. I don't want to do it, but I don't mean it in a negative way, but nonetheless, it's not something I like as my vocabulary. I am so excited I just went on a rant for 31 minutes instead of a 3-minute video. This was supposed to be just a 3-minute video. I lost my mind, and gosh, give me more. Give it to me now. I'm gonna get you guys later. Peace.